that fixed it. I had it unplugged for some reason. Oh, yeah, because my Wi-Fi on my PC didn't work till like noon today. But yeah, so tried longs here. Got stopped for like $100. Got edged twice on this. It looked good. It was up like 600 at one point. And then I tried shorts here. I don't know why I did this. We were tapping into overnight support. And also, like this is overnight support. Okay. The other thing is last night we bounced out of this low volume node. This is what I was looking at for overnight support, right? Actually, this was before we tapped into it. So there was a low volume node in here. Where did I mark it from? Yeah. This area was low volume. I was looking at. I forget where I marked it exactly, but this was a low volume area. We supported there. I also should have been looking for longs based off power hour statistic, and I didn't, and just shorted and forced it, which sucks. Mic is kind of low. Is that better? Better? Right. Yeah, so this sucked. Definitely not my best day. I woke up late. Up late and I missed this long. This was such a clean long. High set second, low set first. Could long after this candle prints. Just set your stop at the low. That's like a 25 point stop. Like from here to, yeah, 22 point stop. Even if you just target the highs, it's 3-1. If you were targeting extension levels, you know, it's like a 5-1. So, kind of a rough day. Yeah. Yeah, it's last hour. Yeah, power hour is last hour before the day. It's like 80% of the time we don't make new low of day. So, I should have been looking for longs here. I don't know why I shorted that. But let's get into trade review. All right, overnight volume profile, Hutt Valley. Yep, this is exactly what I was looking at. This is exactly what I was looking at for. Oh wait, no, this isn't. This is on 5 minute. What time is this at? I'm not sure. Overnight volume profile at a valley near 0.5 fib. Level I entered on 15-second inversion combined with break of structure to downside target 0.7. Paper traded today because my overall bullish was bias. Okay. This looks like you got... Oh, this was yesterday. Okay. This is a clean trade yesterday. R yesterday. No explanation. Just took longs for 300 points. Clean. Yeah, Tibby. Right, someone asked, Jack, can I cover this in trade review? Yeah, so you can use, so yesterday, ES broke the IB low, and NQ held the IB low. So you can use that as like an SMT, where one asset breaks the IB low or the IB high, and the other asset gets close to it and doesn't break it. You can use it as like an SMT. So Tibby's correct on this one. But yeah, GC shorts at 0.5 VWAP with 3 minis. Got out kind of early. Didn't feel like I had a great entry. Was in some drawdown. Played it. Nice little. Okay. Clean shorts in the overnight. This. Let's check it out, Jack. It's hard to be bearish on gold, but I do like this trade. This short. Off here. It's hard to be bearish on gold because we just keep making new bases and keep rallying. So I personally would just look to take the longs on this, but clean trade. It's just, wait, where did we take this from? 604. Okay. Gotcha. 604. Okay, so that's like this area. This is... Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it pushes over that VWAP. Pushes right over that VWAP, comes up to the fib. This is clean setup. Clean setup, Jack. You got out kind of early. I mean, I think you got out at an appropriate point. Like, this... It's hard to short gold here, because we keep rallying. So, I think you got out appropriately. You could have just targeted these lows, but you got most of the move. Little gold scalp framing, saw gold ranging. Short after failed VWAP break. Just targeting low. Good entry, framing, risk management, trade management. Could have maybe held a little longer. No, this is clean Ziki. Same trade as Jack. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could hold it to the lows, but I mean, you're getting most of the move. Another scalp framing, same idea. Gold ranging, committing to an extreme, and fading it with a long. Took off too early, got about 400 out of it. Bias framing, risk management. Yeah, so these longs, you took it off. Where'd you take it off at? You took it off right here. I mean, we keep making these bases and tapping back into these bases as support, right? So if I'm looking at this price structure, this is my base. Tapping it once, tapping it twice, tapping it 3 times. And then we push off and continue higher. So I think you bottom ticked that. Yeah, and then this just rallied all day. Clean. Combine took a short on gold after rejection from 0.3. Hope to sweep Asia high, but too bullish. Finding a challenge to trade trend rather than range bound PA. Okay. Yeah, this popped over VWAP. So I'd say the entry a little bit late, but I know you like to wait for inversions on 3 minute, so there's probably an inversion there. I want to short this like right as it's above VWAP, and then yeah, clean trade. 560. Combine second trade on MGC. Only used 10 micros this time. Normally used 20. Was my normal trading time. Went long off 0.6. However, got stop trailed. Took $70. Okay. Yeah, long at 6:03. 10:30 your time. I think this stopped you out and then continued to run. Or maybe it was back here. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is clean. It's that 0.5 and then just starts to run. Yeah, that's rough because that would have gotten you to 1500. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, you're only risking what, like $300 on this? I would have just said, okay, it's half my profit for the day. I'm fine with that if it rallies or not. 1 win, 1 L, NQ on the day, come into market open, saw price retest support zone with good rejection at open. I like PA and took longs. Weekly VWAP. Took it off after stalling a little bit under overnight VWAP. Your weekly VWAP's anchored wrong. Because weekly VWAP is... I'm pretty sure this is right. Yeah, weekly VWAP's down here, bro. Weekly VWAP's this green line. So, yeah, we're above that. Pick an I, be long, ideal long, can't complain. What about my setup? Everything was good. Low volume node 0.5. Glad I didn't FOMO in at 382 and wait for my setup. If price doesn't come down, I won't take the trade. Yeah, and then we had a double rig today, so kind of tough. I do like this long up for IB high break. Yeah, it's clean. Sell 5 minute. And then you got stopped on this one. I think that I'm fine with both of these. Sizing 1 micro on first trade, 5 micros on second trade. Okay, so this is going to, I mean, if you're taking, this is why I say stay consistent with sizing, Because if you take a nice trade with 1 micro and then your second trade you take with 5 micros and you lose on it, you're just going to be sat at break even. So use 3 micros or 5 micros consistently or 1 micro consistently. Like, don't switch the size because it's gonna it's just gonna, like, you're gonna take trades, get stopped, like you're gonna sit and break even if you're at a 50% win rate. Today's finally come blew my expectation. Being stupid, knew this would happen. Not locked in like before VK and not putting in the work. Almost happy it happened. Not mad about it. GC Asia session bottom tick. Both my VLs are aligning. Plus 0.5 pip. Plus IB broke. Was up 1,000 at one point. Got greedy. Played with my stop and lost the trade minus 400. Wasn't supposed to be a losing trade. I was up 1,000. And then I re-entered work right away, which I never do. So I broke a rule and blew the account. Completely deserve it. Okay. Yeah, Sam. Like this... Even here, this should be at break even, bro. This should be a break even. And like, if we're range bound in Asia, if I'm looking at Asia, like this is a pretty big range, quite a big range. Where'd you get long at? You got long at like 10? Okay, so you got long like in here. Yeah, and it comes back up to this level where we rejected previously and then it falls. So tough loss on that one. Yeah, that's just, I mean, stop management, bro. YMU Sexy Bitch woke up late, so decided to trade demo. First trade was me being eager to get in and not letting market rest or IB form clear bias. Small loss once it had. I saw that IB high had formed. First with good momentum to the downside. Got good rejection off a fib level and went short, just aiming for London low. Trailed aggressively today, but full TP was hit for a quick 2-1. Could have held, but how are you be in and out? Okay, yeah. This is clean. Good management. I would look for further downside targets with IB. Right, because there's no risk on this. I mean, you're below VWAP. This is clearly showing bearish signs. Combine up 1.2 for the day. Took a reversal from London highs being taken. Probably done. Yeah. Okay. Very solid. Yeah, swept that and then reversed. And then that's where we pumped up from. Clean trade. Clean little reversal. Took NQ long. One was from low volume node before news. Out on break even. Second was after IB set again. Wick in low volume node entered. Stop loss was IB low. Okay, yeah, this is the exact trade I was talking about with that IB high setting second. So, yeah, this looks like it played out clean. Took the same trade to pass a funded and on an alpha account, got into longs earlier in the day, but got stopped once a profit up 12 points. Waited for retest 380 to 400 raid. Generated to IB high. Wanted to target more, but alpha has consistency rules. Okay, 1500 on combine. Passed it. Yeah, same trade. Clean. Vision. I don't know what I'm looking at. I think you're long. Yeah, you're long on this, but I can't really tell. September 3rd, MNQ, NQ, plus 650 on alpha account, plus 1500 in my fund futures account. My context coming today. C price reject off overnight VWAP, high time frame 0.5 and low volume node. A bullish buy that didn't have rejection stat after asking 1 million times in premium chat, but in my rules I will take rejection stat trades if it matches my context or at least has 65% and match my context. Yeah, I mean, you can use this micro sheet just for general stats, like if you know the general statistic. It's not exact, but you can just use this like as a baseline. Right, 74% on the 60-minute, 75% on the 45. This is with 5 years of data, just by wick. So if you just know the general statistic, then you should be solid. Wait for IB to set. IB low set first. See price reject off overnight VWAP. High time frame 0.5 in the low volume node. Didn't. Okay. IB gives steep retrace off VWAP plus low volume node. Yeah, and this was also overnight VWAP as well. Risking 350. Two minis. Target 0.3, got stopped by a couple ticks in profit before blasting into my TP. Feeling greedy, but locked my accounts. Okay, cool. Yeah, strong candle closes. So this was the last strong candle close. That's where I bring my stop up to here, this area. We're playing with size a little bit too much. Like, we're messing with our size. In my opinion, at least. New York AM, MNQ, 2x longs plus 778. IB high form first, but okay. Yeah, everyone took the same trade. Clean. Yeah, you can take partials at IB high, and then look for these extension levels. So this typically, like, we don't hit extensions typically off first breaks, so just to anticipate, we'll come back down into that IB. So yeah, I'd put the stop here and partial here. I'd partial here, put the stop here, leave the runners. Good trade though. Good trade, Rob. Two long wins. First high time frame 618. Low volume node, lot of rejection 2.3. Rejection stat 786. New York VWAP. Closed this one too early because of how choppy it was. Missed out on win. Should have moved stop and profit and let it play out instead of closing at $81. Tempted to lock out and take a winning day. However, sometimes I miss my. Should I lock out or keep trading? Since a 2 to 3 loss streak, one day I can. Okay. What you can do is you can use the trailing feature in Top Step X on your profits, so it will automatically lock your account if you go below a certain amount. This is on 4 accounts. Are they all Express accounts still in? Yeah, 2 minis is a lot. Yeah, because this would have been a clean long, bro. This would have been a clean long on this. You can just, like, here on this second long. So this first long, I think it's a little early. But I don't know what the order flow looked like because I was not awake yet, unfortunately. Good scales, good management on this. Took it off, and then the second long, just set your stop at the IB low. And that would have been a clean second long. 1 XFA, 2 combine. Yeah, so if you go on your Top Step X, you can enable trailing. And then that will lock your account if your account drops below a certain profit. Got an NQ buys around 23,394. Went to 1 hour, saw bullish FVG being respected, went down to lower time frame, saw VWAP aligning with another 1 minute POI, entered there and got out for 2.2K. Clean. Read that all the way up. That might be trade of the day. Gold New York IB high set second with break of structure. Gold, the rejection stat's not that clean. Waited for retracement back to New York VWAP, 20 SMA, lined up with 0.5, entered at the 3622, kept dropping into a low volume node, which was my initial play, but thought it would bounce at the 0.5 regardless. It reacted perfectly off a low volume node, so I had another contract at 3618.8, targeting IB high for 1400, past my combine. Okay. This is clean. I like the re-entry, or the ad. It's a clean ad when it comes down there. Pretty wide initial stop, 4 points, and then, yeah, so I don't know where your initial stop was at, if it was down here. It's past the low volume node, so it's proper based off structure, but it kind of sized a little heavy. Should have taken my 3 profits and called it a day, but I decided to be greedy and try take another win. Note to myself, take profit and call it a day. Okay. Not too bad of a loss, though. You sized down heavily. You were only lost with 3 NQ, so Not bad. And that's appropriate size because you were just going for a $300 win, I assume, to get your $1,500 winning day. So, solid. Retard of day, 100% goes to me. I had every move on gold, but decided to not trail my stop. And round tripped 11-ish point trade for break even where I entered 3 times, closed my long in London, ran 30-ish points too early, and then NQ full pour madness. Okay. So you close this when this is such a clean entry, Ziki. Such a clean entry. Right inside the space. Close that early. And then flip traded here. So we did 1 here and then 5 here for some reason. Why are we using 5 on a 50K? And then, yeah, this, we crashed out here. Yeah, bro, I think what happens is you see, okay, I had a nice trade and I missed it. So then you try to make up for it with more size, and then it just blows up in your face. Yeah. Bro. Long's gonna cut trust, took 3 trades, 1 in Asia, 2 in New York, took long on MGC. We kept bouncing off that support zone. Every time we came down to it, saw a nice opportunity long and took it. Went to the top of that green support zone I marked and traded about 1 point below all-time high with 2 micro. Also called those longs in the chat. First trade on NQ this morning was long, 45 IB set. PA was kind of butt, but we still came down to VWAP, rejected off that. Clean. Clean, Jared. Last trade took a short on top, saw buyer exhaustion, looking to catch retrace to around VWAP, having my wrist slightly. On top of that, using 3 micros, I was down 730 on my fin futures and 400 on top stop, made it all back with a tiny profit. Clean trades. Both these are clean. MGC long, closed shortly after. Limit orders were both filled. Your stop needs to be tightened on this. It's already done its retest. It's pushing higher. Your stop should be either at this retest or here. Did well. Added appropriately. New rule, I only trade 20 minutes after New York Open. No more BS scalps on the first move. Yeah, I would say even 30 minutes, bro. Fucked up today. Entered first trade pre-market. I got out because I was stupid to enter right before open. Then I ran to my TP. Mad after that. Increased my DLO to 700. Forced FOMO into shorts. 1 loss, 1 break even from the shorts. Then I took a little breather and saw failed selling at the session view. I'll tried a long and got wicked out and ran to TP. Okay. You went to gym. Psychology for May mentorship. Okay. So you shorted this, closed it. When this was fine, this would have hit TP. This is too soon after open to be trading. Especially when the PA looks like this. There's no momentum here. And then this long is in the middle of the ring. Like, this PA looks like trash to me. So, yeah, kind of rough. Also increase the DLL. Try to make video as short as possible. 3 longs, 2 losses, 1 win. Overnight volume profile. I'd be high after a low. 70. Okay, cool.
Okay, so coming into the day,
And that audio is garbage, so I'm just gonna mute it. I don't know if no, this isn't actually showing the trades. Okay, sorry, the audio is trash. I'm just not gonna play it. But no, I get the trades. 2 losses. So overnight volume profile low node. Okay, I can see that right in here. That makes sense to try to long that. I'd be high after low. Yep, already went over that. And then, yeah, I wasn't expecting a double rig either. I should have. Power stats plus demand zone. Yeah, this is what I should have been looking at. Yeah, this is the trade I should have taken at end of day. Cam, you're doing well with lower size. You're doing really well with lower size. It's going to be, but yeah, this is clean with the power hour. Today and going forward, it's going to be what type of my trade am I taking? Is it range, scalp, or trend? Left my stops in place after first trade where I exited mainly. Both were range trades and I fucked up. I scaled my size down just so I can watch PA and leave stops in place and let the market play out and just observe and watch and not care about booking profits. Range trades did their 40 to 60 point things. IB trade was messed up by me after I entered. The extension of 0.7 was hit and I attempted the trade long thinking it may retest top. One good thing, I watched PA play out and knew the second time it came down I would be stopped. Third trade, I was expecting PA to go lower and test yesterday's before burst up, then looked left and saw PA stalling. Volume profile was showing support and exited. Wait for a 15-minute doji and took long back to VWAP. Left my stop in place and watched PA. Okay. So I'm assuming this was your range trade. Need to trust myself. These two were pure range trades. She's going for top and bottom, top to bottom. Both trades net 40, 60 points as they were range trade to lower my contract size to start watching PA while I trade. Not worried about moving stops. Okay. Yeah, so this goes to top of range and then sells off. Yeah, you had both of these. And then longs here. Yeah, this was IB trade. The stop's pretty wide on this. Your short was clean. So this was clean continuation short. And then we got 30 points of profit on this, and this was up 60 at one point. So you got half of that out, and then you took a long for VWAP. Okay, 50-point trade. Okay, a little bit better today than yesterday. I mean, yeah, this would have been a profitable day too. You had nice trades, Rocky. It's just, yeah. You caught the range. It's just we were looking for momentum, and there's no momentum at open until like this flushed down to that overnight VWAP and then pushed up after that. First trade review, losing trade, chart looks messy, and on trade review, we took the trade on top step, market open, sell London bracket ties, also didn't trend with Asia, so I anticipated it would break lows. I also saw price reject off supply zone that I marked yesterday. Hopefully not good with high time frame analysis, IDK, even if it was a zone I originally going to take a short right when price made IB high, which could have been an easy W, but didn't want to fade IB because that's normally my trade. Entry saw that IB Fibs got ran through with high momentum, so I entered near both weekly and session VWAPs. Originally had my stop loss near 618, but moved 2.5 was my typical trade on motion. Honestly, one of the best losses. Finally took a trade out of IB and would have hit if I didn't reduce the risk, but I feel like I can actually read the market. Okay. I'm assuming you took the longs here. Or you took longs here, and then you were just looking for these highs. Yeah, I would need to see the zone as well. But okay. Alright, it's 5. I got shit to do. I need to go for a walk, and I need to go to the gym for my 75 hard. I started that yesterday. So, I need to get those two things in today. Alright. How's Orb different from IB? They're similar. Orb is 15-minute opening range. IB is the first hour. Or you can use 45. Right? Depends. Alright, that's trade review, guys. I will see y'all